Wait, no. Yes, now.
Okay. Well, hey everybody, I'm Jay Connor of the Private Money Authority, as you know, and I'm proud to be sitting here with my dad, Wallace Connor, and my wife, Carol Joy, over here, and the legend himself, Ron LeGrand, has actually made it here to Morehead City, North Carolina, for the first time in 10 years since we met. Ever. And in fact, we just finished presenting a boot camp this week over in Beaufort on rehabbing. So Ron and Nikki, who is running the video here, they're getting ready to take off out of Beaufort and fly on to Charlotte and do a fast track event and then on back home. And so anyway, since we had two of the most important gentlemen in my life, my dad, who's taught me more about business, thought I'd get them together and just ask a couple of interesting questions that may be helpful to you when it comes to your business career. So the first question that comes to my mind as I was thinking about us visiting a little bit is, so here's the deal. So Ron is involved in all these commercial developments, still does rehab or invests in single family houses. My dad, who is, I'm not going to say, you want to tell them how old you are, Dad, how young you are?
45.
45. So anyway, one question I know we want to know is, so Dad is now in the midst of developing this huge development over in Newport, and how many lots are you developing right now?
350.
So 350 lots he's developing. Here's my question to both of you, and Ron, you can, well, Dad, we'll let Dad go first, and then Ron, you can go. The question to both of you is, why in the world are you still working after all these years out there doing this stuff and developing lots and doing deals? Why are you still working?
I've never worked.
You've never worked. What does that mean?
What I do is fun.
Yeah?
I enjoy doing projects and deals and that type thing. So I don't consider it work. And I've never had a retirement dinner because I haven't retired. People want to know if I'm going to retire. So as long as I can do a deal.
Right?
Yeah.
So you view it as fun and not as work. How about you, Ron?
I would have been, well, first of all, Jay's been talking about Wallace for 10 years now, and it's the first time we've met.
Yep.
And Jay's been telling me how we think alike. And by the way, I'm 73 and he's 13 years older than me, so I don't want you to know how old he is or anything. When I grow up, I want to be just like him, that I can tell.
Well, when he grows up, I don't know how tall he's going to be, but he's already about 1.5 feet taller than I am.
I just don't want to get any wider. I don't want to feel like I'm tall. But
How
anyway,
about rounder?
my answer would have been, I swear it would have been the exact same answer. If it's work, we wouldn't be doing it. And frankly, you got to say, what should we be doing? People ask me that all the time. Why are you here? I thought she was going to send a clone. Well, what do you want me to do? There's only so many vacations I could go on. There's so much. I can't play golf. I can't see where the ball lands. Fish. I kill plenty of fish. And you ought to see the view here talking about fishing. In fact, I'm here in, what month are we in? December. Coming back here in June just to take advantage of these beautiful waterways. And there's all kinds of things we can do in life, but we don't do anything more enjoyable than working, because that's what we live to do. That's what all entrepreneurs live to do. We create, we work. This guy is building a subdivision at his age, which I can't tell you what it is. Building a subdivision. How many folks at his age build a subdivision, for crying out? And he's building a new home for yourself, aren't you?
Well, look, I'm working on 100.
He's working on 100. Okay.
Because I want to renew my contract in this house.
I just had lunch with him, and I tell you, first of all, I like to make sure I get to his age, and second of all, I want to make sure that I can think like him. And I know he just said something about retirement. I don't know what that means. I mean, what do you do when you retire anyway? Find ways.
Get bored.
Die.
That's pretty much it. Die. I tell everybody when I check into the nursing home, first I'm going to own it, and I'm always going to have something to do as long as I can think. You know.
Absolutely.
So I know over the years, doing the, working in the, hard knocks and all the experience you have working around people, all the different businesses that both of y'all have been involved in, I know that from experience you all have learned some really, really important lessons. So this is going to be a really, really broad question. So just answer it as to whatever comes to mind. And we'll start with you on this one, Ron. So the question is, as you look back over all the years, all your different experiences, all your different, types of business you've been in, if you knew back when you started in business what you now know today, what would you have done different?
Well, the first thing I would have done different is actually seek help. I had a hard time with that. I want to do everything myself. And most important thing I would have done different is get out of my own way and find other people to do. We teach this all the time. There's not one thing you need done in business. You can't get somebody to do it. We both learned that lesson as he did a long time ago. And there's no reason, there's no way we could be doing this. I couldn't be away from home for, how long have I been gone? A month? I don't know. With a whole business running back there without me, they don't need me. I don't show up until the crack of noon a couple days a week anyway. And how's that work? Because we found other people to do what we thought we couldn't do until we got old enough to realize, yeah, they can do it better. And that, frankly, is the secret to take control of your life. And that comes down to getting good people to do whatever it is you want done, and get out of the way and let them do it.
Yeah. How about you, Dad? What would you have done different if you knew then what you know now?
I don't know that I would have done a whole lot different, because I started out looking for an answer to it. If I had a, I don't call them problems, I call them opportunities.
Yep.
If I had an opportunity, then I'd go about fixing it and getting a good person to handle it for me. Somebody asked me what I did. I said, I don't do anything I can get anybody else to do.
That's right.
And and
it's true. They think we're kidding. It's true.
It is true, yeah.
And one thing I learned about that also is that I figured out that if you wanted to do a lot of stuff, you need to get more people. And to get more people to do it, then you can do a lot of things. If you only did what you could do yourself, you were very limited in the amount of things you could accomplish. And so, they call me the 3D guy, dictate, delegate, and disappear. And if you got people doing things, if you can't trust them, you shouldn't have them.
And if you got to replace them. Sometimes you just have to replace people.
Yeah.
And
Or
it's your fault if you don't.
well, and also you can have a good person started out, but what they're doing, that segment of the business outgrows that person.
That's true.
And then you had to do something about it.
That's true. We find that all the time.
So, life is good. And,
If you get out of your own way.
oh yeah, get out of your own way
Yeah.
and enjoy what you do.
So, Dad, I know I've heard you tell this story, and I've heard you talk about when you had a big opportunity that you were facing, and it seemed just a little bit too big for the moment. I have recalled you saying back over the years that you would actually get out of town by yourself, actually go up to New York City by yourself sometimes, and work on the problem. So how did that work, and why did you do that, and what was it about getting out of town that helped you come up with the solutions or the options?
It helped you get out of the box.
Get out of the box.
Yeah. The first time I ran into a big situation was the second year we were in the manufacturing business of building houses. Well, in December, January each year, you would start running out of orders, and then what are you going to do? You could either shut the plant down or you could build for inventory. Well, everybody was after me in November in that second year about what are we going to build. We didn't have any back orders. And so I gave him enough for a couple of weeks, and I told him I got to go on a little trip to take care of some stuff. And in this case, I went to Atlanta. And while I was there, I was up in a motel, and I woke up in the middle of the night thinking about it. I said, well, you're about as dumb as you can get. I said, all I need for this solution is to go tell the bank about what my opportunity is. And that was, if I don't have, I've 10 floor plans that I can build 10 of and put in inventory, then something's wrong. So I went back home, talked to my banker, and I told him, I said, now I need to have enough inventory to carry 10 of each floor plan as a maximum. And when I get up to 10 floor plans and 10 houses in that floor plan, I'll shut the plant down for 3 months. Well, we went back and I started work on this program. Well, we never got but 60 houses in inventory because by the time we got that many built up in inventory, spring was there and sales were good.
Yeah.
And we made more money out of that than anything we probably had ever done up until then.
So it was a problem that actually ended up being a blessing or an opportunity.
And you know what? Most of them do.
Yeah.
Unless you stick your head in the sand, which puts your butt straight up in the air to be kicked.
But you know, the banker never even flinched on giving me inventory of 100 houses. I already had about 500 out there on sales centers.
Oh my goodness gracious! That's talking about mobile homes, by the way, in case you didn't pick that up.
Yeah.
In my case, I've been teaching so long, I'm leaving home and being on airplanes and out in the field by myself. I have plenty of time to think, but I clearly understand what he just said. I didn't have to leave home intentionally because I was leaving home anyway.
Right.
But now, I mean, you got to get outside your business from time to time because that's the only way you can see it from a 30,000-foot view. And things come to you that you don't think about while you're in operations every single day. And sometimes you feel so stupid. I can't tell you how many times I've said, oh, God, why didn't I think of that 10 years ago? It's so stupid. It should have been obvious, but it's not because you're so deep into minutia is the problem. I mean, I can't. We need to each write our own book, but it should have the same title. Yeah. All right. What other brilliant questions
Nope,
you got?
I think that's it for this video. Carol Joy, you got any thoughts for the video?
I would just say these three bins sitting here have had the most impact on my life, and they've just given me the best Christmas gift. Thank you.
Oh, that deserves a hug.
That's the best thing happened to our family.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. All right.
Listen. Oh, well, thanks for tuning in, Ron.
No, wait a
Well, wait a
minute.
minute. I raised him a little bit, and she's put the final touches on it.
That's right.
I know who the brains of this outfit is. Okay. Well, Wallace, it's been a pleasure, sir. I really enjoyed meeting you.
And I look forward not waiting 10 years to have this opportunity.
Yeah, let's don't. Yeah. I'm coming back in June. You gonna go fishing with us?
Yeah, I'll go boat riding with you.
Okay. You don't get seasick or anything like that. Because we don't turn back, you know.
Oh, I know.
Unless it's me, then we turn back.
All right, well, Ron, thank you for coming here to our town.
My pleasure.
And Dad, thank you for joining us and helping us do this little video and little learning lesson here.
By the way, if you ever want to have the best food you've ever had in your life, you got to come here. This guy knows every good restaurant in town.
That's true.
I have never had as good food as I've had here, and I'm not kidding you. I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
wow.
good here.
Yeah, it is good. All right.
All right, well, thank you all, and thank you for tuning in. And who knows, you might see part 2 coming up. We'll catch you later. Bye for now.
Bye.